got those Spanx off. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Let's just get it out there. I spent most of my 20s as a cocaine addict. Now, looking back on my life retrospectively and trying to find out, when I identified I had a chemical dependence. I think it was the time when I was about 13, I was at a party, and this guy came up to me and he said, put this pill under your tongue. But be careful, it might kill you. I said, well, just give me half. Or perhaps it was the time I was at a crack shack in Surrey. It's actually more like the Bates Motel. But anyways, I was sitting next to a guy on the couch, and he looked at me and he said, you might want to slow down. Coming from a guy with no teeth who smells like he hasn't showered in a year, that might tell you got a problem. I didn't come here to talk about my dad, though. People in the back, I should have known I was going to be a drug addict. I was the only kid in grade 3 that knew how to convert grams into ounces. It wasn't all bad, though, I must admit. I did learn a few things. Learned how to dance, for example. The first move I learned was the East Hastings Shuffle. I also learned how to dance the Macarena. But in Surrey, the Macarena is a little bit different. I'll just show you how it goes. Being a drug addict is hell. I was homeless for like 4 years. It fucking sucked. I used to think the worst 4 years of my life was grade 6. So I got arrested a lot. And the first time I got arrested, the judge said to me, Mr. McAULEY, you have a chemical dependence. You have to go see a drug and alcohol counselor for a year. So I showed up and went to her office and sat down, and she said, so what's your drug of choice? I said, well, what have you got? She said, do you have any questions for me? I said, yes, actually I do. What's the difference between an alcoholic and a drug addict? She said, an alcoholic will steal your wallet, and a drug addict will steal it, but help you look for it. She did tell me a couple of things that sunk in. She told me, Tyler, you have an allergy. You're allergic to cocaine. Which makes sense, because every time I use it, I break out in handcuffs. There is one thing that she said that stuck with me, though. She said, Tyler, you're not a bad person. She said, just remember that. She said, you're sick trying to become well. She said, tell people that, they'll understand. So I got arrested again. But this time, I had a plan. The judge says, Mr. McAULEY, do you have anything to say for yourself? I said, as a matter of fact, I do. I'm sick trying to become well. She said, well, that's great news for you. They have the best doctors in the province in jail, and I'll give you 18 whole months to get better. Bitch. I don't like when people used to call me a crackhead. Hey, look at that crackhead. I prefer a more friendly euphemism. For example, a certified carpet inspector. Oh, it's cat litter. Drywall. My life's better now, though, obviously, as you can see. I started taking up some hobbies. That's one of the things I had to do to turn my life around. And luckily for me, I chose 2 hobbies you don't have to be good at to enjoy. Golf and casual sex. Please don't tell my wife that I golf. But my life now is about prenatal classes. We're having a baby in a couple months. Woo! Woo! I'm pretty sure I'm the father, but anyways. So she said, on your last prenatal class, there's some homework for you. We want you guys to go spend some time together. She said, we want you to go on a date. We want you to go on date night. So I said, okay, why not? We actually had a good time. Actually, well, I had a good time. It didn't turn out so well for her because I, gave her crabs and didn't bone her for 3 weeks. Thank you very much.
Give it up for